A teen was killed in an accidental shooting at a Florida gun range today. Uh, the Sarasota County sheriffs responded to the high noon gun range at about 3:15 p.m. today after a 14-year-old boy suffered serious injuries from a bullet wound. The unidentified boy was taken to Sarasota, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, Memorial Hospital but died from the gun blast. Owners at the gun shop declined to comment to the Daily News and said the sheriffs were still on scene investigating the shooting. On the store's website, High Noon Guns calls itself Sarasota's #1 indoor air-conditioned range, describing the shooting spot as relaxing and comfortable. The store boasts 9 indoor lanes for shooters. When the gun range was built in 2013, the Herald Tribune called it the safest indoor shooting range ever designed, with strategically placed armored steel plates to take on the stray rounds and prevent ricochets. It's as safe as we could make it, owner John Buchan told the local newspaper. A testimony on the range's website by Sarasota's resident Dawn Estes claimed the gun haven, I thought that was a typo on their part, was a great place to bring your kids. Some gun ranges can be a little intimidating for women, but at a high noon gun range, women and children are welcomed. I'm sorry for reading this ridiculous, but I'm kind of speeding it up now. And there was a relaxed atmosphere. Although safety is paramount and guidance is always available, Estes wrote. Sarasota officers said the boy would be identified once his family had been notified as the investigation continues. This is sad. Um, I'm bothered by this story for a few reasons. One is that the victim's age, he was 14. I can recall being 14 not too long ago, and to know that the things of these last 4 years potentially could have been prevented from me passing away at that premature age really disturbs me, but it disturbs me even further to know that whereas I can wonder about if it had ended then, it's over for him, and that's really something to take away from and just be bothered by, which is what I am by his passing, even though I didn't personally know him. And the other part of this is that this is Florida, where that shooting, the Orlando shooting, happened roughly 3 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago, 3 full weeks. And in understanding that, you have to realize that they have had a spike in gun sales and just increased interest in having weapons. These people view that as a way to protect themselves, and I can get behind that. Um, but again, you have this area that has been affected by a tragedy, and now the people of the area want to defend themselves. Now, I'm very much inclined to believe he wanted to do the same thing. Whether or not he carried it out in the best way by going up there with to a place where it's for free is debatable, but still he was trying, and I give him credit for that. At least that's what I believe he was up there for. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll state I am in a later video. But I don't. That's my theory on why he was up there. Uh, this woman writing this statement about how great of a place it is. And I get they might have guidance, and they might. I do agree safety is paramount. But at the end of the day, you saw what happened. Someone got murdered, or not murdered, shot, killed. And what is safe about that? I know she didn't write that before. She wrote that before it happened, or matter of fact, I don't even know. They don't say when she wrote it. So if she wrote it before, it's excused. If she wrote it after, well, this kind of is contradicting in a way. And again, I'm not using that to try and smite her or make her look unintelligent, but the fact stands that you have someone who died, and a place that's being claimed as an area where safety is exercised along with guidance. I just don't see it. When you have a presumably untrained gunman accidentally shoot another person over there, so it doesn't add up. The last part of this I want to get at is that I'm sick of hearing stories about guns, but also of family members not having identified the victim by the time the event takes place. This kid's laying up, dead for a few hours. No one knows who he is, and That's one of the problems with going places by yourself. Something happens to you, and you get, for lack of a better term, killed, or I wanted to say screwed or something that also sounded horrible. But you get the idea that when you go into those environments and you'll have some kind of support group or some people who are deliberately there to, give you a backing in a way, whether it be just company or identifying you. And the point is, when they're not with you, you increase the chances of ending up like this kid. I'm not saying someone's going to go and shoot you, but if that, God forbid, happens, you have no one to say, this is who this is. Unless you're some famous person, everybody knows what your face is. But most of us aren't Angelina Jolie or Jay-Z or Beyonce or anything, so people won't be able to identify us as a majority, which is understandable, but that still creates the problem. So it's just sad all the way around. I really hope the family's able to get over this, and I can't imagine they're paying. My sympathies with them, and it sucks. Thank you for watching, and be safe.